Hey y'all, welcome back. It is Contessa here with your daily dose of nonsense on the web. Actually, I already know there's going to be multiple videos today. So let's jump right into it. This stream is from MollyGoLightly's channel. It is from July 11th. July 11th is about 6 days after Molly first started covering this case. And yes, the reason why we are going back to July 11th is because I keep getting accused of working with or being associated with certain creators that obviously people have differing opinions on. I've explained numerous times that I came into this story way before these creators were ever involved. However, I was covering it just basically on the Dre McCray end of things. But again, that's here nor there. The problem are the people that keep running with all of this misinformation and twisting the story of how we actually got here. We're going to take a look at a stream that MollyGoLightly did on her channel again on July 11th that she mentions this creator that I keep being accused of being or being associated with. However, many of you are running with the fact that they've never gotten along. Molly knew going into this, all of this stuff. Obviously, most of you missed this stream because I'm not the one that was associated with any of these creators or involved in any of their drama that has somehow overshadowed all the facts in this case getting out to the public. On the daily, I'm being accused of being somebody, being associated with, because I will not come out and attack these creators. I have stated my piece on some of their behaviors. However, in this video, you will see more of their combined behaviors that I had nothing to do with. And this was started on their own, way before anybody else got involved in their drama. This was going on over there. People had attempted the same thing with Molly that they did with me. Hey, get away from her. Hey, she's this, this, and this. But because I wouldn't come out and attack her, this is how their spin has been. What they're missing is I shared things from her page that I can prove. And as far as verifying facts, I didn't verify them through her. In fact, we don't even have the same sources. My sources are completely different than what she has had. Maybe an overlap in the last couple weeks of a couple, but for the majority, zero of the same sources. So when I'm getting information that proves what she's saying, and I can verify that is fact based on information that I have received, you bet I'm going to reshare it because it's not about competition of who's releasing things first. Katie doesn't even know 99% of the information that I've had or where it's came from. And that can be verified easily. And as obsessed with her as many of you are, you should easily see the difference in posting. I am very patient, not jumpy at anything because I try to make it make sense in my own head before giving it to the public. And that's nothing against those creators. They are big creators on YouTube who are monetized. It is about the money for them. I understand that. It is a business. I get it. However, for me, it makes more sense to slowly look through things and make it make sense the first time, if that makes sense.
Scroll, let's just do it now. Wow. So this whole thing is like a wrecking ball, huh? A lot of things happened in an hour, really. Okay. So we did a live earlier and we had Miss Letitia on. Oh my God.
Molly states it's like a wrecking ball. To me, it's been more like a slow ripping tegaderm. You know, how it just gets stuck and it keeps ripping slowly. You know, that slow, painful rip. This is what it's been for me.
I saw the video. Did you guys see the video? That without a crystal ball. Oh, thank you so much. I see you.
Well, isn't that interesting how she just promoted one of Without a Crystal Ball's videos even back on July 11th? They were still, everything was okay. Okay.
Marvon Life Matters is the what I wanted to talk about. And I'm not going to disrespect that with any jokes.
Can anybody explain to me exactly what would be funny or joke worthy of Marvon's Life Matters? Anybody?
to talk about Marvan or any of these cases. I like to kind of keep it all here. I know a lot of people are saying without a crystal ball is not to be trusted.
Two things. She said, we like to keep it all here. Yes, she wants it all on her channel. But also notice how she had been getting warnings, she says.
Well, apparently the person that's giving all of these tapes and everything only wants to deal with without a crystal ball, and they don't like me and they don't like Justin. So I'm just saying, it's fine.
I want to be very clear on something here. I have not gotten a message from anybody that has stated that they are only coming to me because they don't like X, Y, or Z. Not once.
And it's fine because either way, everything that we want to be put out is still getting put out. And the deal that I made, well, I don't know a deal, but the agreement, what I agreed to is to help all the women in the Justice for Vaughn Facebook page.
Notice how she's promoting the Facebook groups at this point. She says Facebook page, but she means the Justice for Vaughn Facebook group. That's who she aligned with.
Help get the word out. And I have fulfilled. Because guess what? This is a very trending topic. Fulfilled.
They did absolutely help the story blow up. However, it didn't just blow up in positive ways. There has been a lot of negative surrounding this story because of the creators involved themselves, in my opinion. Again, this is all my opinion and my opinion only based off of their actions that we all seen in their streams. But they did kick the story off and get it a lot more attention. I will not discredit that at all. However, their drama that has been laid throughout the story has been a perfect cover, it seems. And if you ask yourself, what do you mean by cover? It has overshadowed the main issues within the story. There has been problems since the start, but because of all of the emotional impact and draw this story had, it has overshadowed the facts. This should have never been about creators.
I asked, we and Justin pleaded for people to help spread this word on this case. And me and Justin did it on our own. And I know everyone's telling me to be careful without a crystal ball. Be careful of what? I'm not about to get on a roller coaster with her. I'm not.
As many of you know, I love roller coasters, but I too would like off this roller coaster with these other creators because just because I'm covering a different angle, they have used this drama between them to try and discredit the facts and proof. I'm not associated with any of these guys. My sole interest in this story is to tell Marvan's story. Marvan's story only. That's been it. And I want to do that with the facts and the proof. And unfortunately, there are a lot of facts backed up with proof that show there are many holes in this story. And unfortunately, there was a lot of opportunists that took a bite out of the story. And unfortunately, because of these people being very opportunistic, there was a lot of details and facts missed.
I'm about to invite her for a sleepover party. She can't hurt me. If you guys think that whatever she's capable of, I haven't been through 150 times in the past 4 years, she can't help. She can't hurt me. And I'm not fearful. I don't go into any friendships or anything like that.
People keep saying the same thing to me. Oh, you should be afraid. Afraid of what exactly? I have no association. We have not shared sources. I have not done anything in connection with her. There has been no team up. So exactly what am I fearful of? That when she's done, she'll come after me? Exactly what will that do for her? Nothing. I'm a tiny little creator who has done nothing to any of these people. So exactly why does it matter what? But she's not the one that's paying people for potentially information on my identity. That's not Katie that's doing that. That's Molly that's doing that. Remember that little clip in my video of Molly paying $50 for that super chat that said that basically I screwed up and didn't log in because me and Katie are the same, blah, 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 with their little theory, which was me being a ditz.
Exactly. I'm good, okay? I'm good. And you want something? I said that people were going to want to try and cling on in the 11th hour when all the information was put out there. They were asked prior, would you help? Would you help? And guess what they say? You know what they said to me? Oh man, that's like 150 hours. Oh, I'm not even getting into that one. That's what I heard. I'm not getting into.
Actually, there was a lot of creators that covered this story, a lot, on all different platforms. Many of them walked away because it was so messy from the jump. not because of the story, but because of you creators. And exactly what do you expect all these creators to do that you wanted to get involved in the story? Continue to pass off misinformation for weeks on end? Is that what you expected everybody else to do, like you're doing? Because there's not any updates, Molly. So here we are going through all of this, trying to break it down because you've intentionally mislaid misinformation throughout the story. Not just you, but many of you have done that. And instead of correcting this misinformation, you just keep going in circles. Thank goodness there hasn't been more creators that have jumped in on this to help you with this. Unfortunately, there's still too many that are doing this. Let's continue.
That one. I want to wait. And I said, I bet you $1,000,000 when the situation changes and it starts getting, you know, more sort of a story that they can get some sort of, I don't know, what you say, clout, right? Right? That's when they're going to start coming. They're going to wait for Justin and I, and without a crystal ball, to do all the work. And then they're going to start talking.
It's really interesting to me because she just said Justin, her, and without a crystal ball. Yet now it's been Molly, Justin, and Elle. And isn't it interesting that Elle and Katie have had past drama before all this, but Elle is brought in to replace Katie basically? And yet none of y'all are putting this together of how this all connects? And again, just to be clear, I haven't said that these guys are SCAMMERs. I have called them opportunistic and opportunists because that's exactly what all of these people have been. And the term opportunist fits pretty much everybody in this story because everybody had an opportunity and took it. Depending on which way they took it, everybody had an opportunity.
Say, well, MollyGoLightly, and I'm telling you, I said it, and guess what? It started happening today. So you know what? How about this? I believe that Marvan and his mom and people that love Marvan and his baby and his children, that all the good intentions are here. Okay?
Let's play devil's advocate for just a moment. Let's say that Molly did not know what was going on with Letitia and the admins of this Justice for Vaughn group. Okay, let's say that she has no idea whatsoever that these text messages and or messages were being sent around that have tons of holes in them. There was enough time for her to stop, pause, and research before continuing. And she's still yet to do that.
I've earned the respect. I've earned the opportunity to be his voice.
And she said it herself, she's earned the opportunity. But as far as her earning the opportunity because she's respected, I have a little bit different view on that because I have zero respect for somebody that will boldly pass off misinformation continually and not correct it. There's no respect in
it's
that.
just us three, or a million people that are going to come here and leave these wonderful comments and say, you want to know something, MollyGoLightly? You know, this one video that you did was very important because I noticed something, or you said something.
She said a hell of a lot. So as far as people coming there and saying, MollyGoLightly, you said something that really affected me. Yeah, there's a lot of things that people are affected by of things she said. A lot.
And what do you know? I mean, like everything that I have said has been happening. So right.
Actually, in her credit, she did call out some of this stuff. However, she chose to ignore all of the issues.
So any sort of weird, any just connection. Because there's been a lot of coincidences and things that are just happening where I'm feeling like, and I'm not the kind of person where I think I'm a psychic, but I feel like I'm being given the eyes and the voice, right?
Molly, if somebody was giving you eyes, why didn't you use them to see? Because, honey, you have missed things right in front of you.
Something that I was just sent, and I want to play it for you, if you don't mind. This is from a family member of Dre. Isn't this odd? Listen to this.
Okay, I'm sure you guys are well aware with that viral TikTok, that lady that goes by the name of Dre McCrae. I just found out a couple minutes ago that I'm related to her somehow.
A little backstory on this phone call because she doesn't go into it very well and or explain what is going on. This is a family member of Dre McCrae's that came out on social media and said look, I don't know what's going on, but I do not agree with it. I do not support this behavior. It does not sound like it's a close family member. What happened was this girl's aunt, her tia, was making posts and sticking up for Dre on social media. So this was her response to that.
My tia defends her. Just know that I don't defend her situation and her decisions. I don't agree. I don't understand why my tia is defending her. It's not right with what she's doing. I just want to let everyone know that I don't have a close relationship with my family. So please don't come at me or anything. I just want to let everyone know that what my family's basically saying.
And because of the social media attention that this was getting, people started going after all family members on all sides. Not just Marvon's side. They have been going after Dre's family, her sister. We've seen messages that her sister was getting, her mom, her stepdad, her cousins, her aunts, anybody and everybody. And it's been from all sides, not just one side. People are doing it in defense of Dre. People are doing it against Dre. Like, it's just been an incomplete shitstorm.
This is from a family member of Andrea. She sent it to me personally. Oh my God, really? Okay. Look at this. What's this? I told them they are way off on this one. Not sure why they are coming for you, and all I know is you let them straight.
In that clip, you saw Molly reading off some messages. She, I'm sure, got flooded with messages because my little tiny page does get flooded too with crazy messages. But those messages have to be weeded through. There is a lot of fake information that has been passed off by people that are extremely close in Molly's camp and Justin's camp. And I can prove it. These same people are sitting there giving Molly and Justin information while they're telling people on this side and sending people information. This is how things work. People do really shady things trying to see which creator is going to bite on the information. And unfortunately, you see a lot of it happen.
This is the family member. Oh, okay. So I know who the family member is. Oh, we're going to keep their ID. She's a beautiful girl. Where are you? Oh, crap. I will come over when I'm done with this, I promise.
First of all, she says she's going to keep the family member's identity secret, which is great. That's the first time I've really heard Molly keep anything a secret. But then you hear at the end of the clip, she says, "Oh yeah, I'll come over." That wasn't me she was talking to. That was Katie.
I'm thinking I could start at okay. Okay, so Without a Crystal Ball will be on at 7. So what I'll do is I'll end this before 7 o'clock.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't this the time that is supposedly when Katie instructed Molly to end her live and send her viewers over to Katie's channel to watch this exclusive release of information? Must be a different clip because to me, Molly seems extremely willing to send her following over to watch Katie's stream. It seems like they had a pretty decent relationship and were working together to get information out on this case.
Oh yeah, with the physical, I think we're going to hear about that on Without a Crystal Ball. Okay.
She even knows what she's releasing in this video. What's funny to me is Katie and I still have not had conversations about, oh, hey, I'm going to release this, this, and this. Can you post it for me or anything? I've never asked Katie to repost anything of mine, and she hasn't asked that of me. Same with Molly, it kind of seems like. However, Molly and her had a way, way deeper involvement than I've had with any creator.
Really dumb. They're trying to get me to confirm information. And now they're complaining because they paid for their question. They paid $2 for their question. Number one, if you want to ask me a question, you don't have to give me money. You could just ask it. And you notice that, right? So they're basically trying to get me to say things that are not true and agree to things that are not true or that I have no knowledge of.
I don't know why anybody was wasting money attempting to do this. However, she has taken so much misinformation and said it and resaid it that you definitely shouldn't be paying her to say misinformation because she does it on her own. She doesn't need anybody to attempt to set her up. She sets herself up. And she's not the only one. There's many of them that bite on misinformation and spread it because of the competition behind all of this. Do you guys get the bigger picture yet of what's going on here?
To freaking throw my name. This one girl was like, considering your past. And I said, excuse me, what's my past? What is my past? What some people on the internet are made up about me? Next time you see or hear something really horrible about me, just say, do you have any proof?
Just like all of you, I am hearing all of the stories of their problematic behaviors and what they've done in the past and what people don't like about what they've done in their past. Yet, it's not just one of them. All of them have problematic behaviors. And that is always going to depend on a person's personal beliefs and their morals and values. That is who people choose to watch. So they might not see problematic behaviors as bad in certain people, but these guys are all alike.
Okay, so I just wanted to make this video, and it's called Marvan's Life Matters. Hashtag Marvan's Life Mattered.
And again, she's using Marvan's life mattered. Mattered as in past tense. Molly, he's still in a coma. And for you to constantly disrespect this story and not go back and even hesitate and correct it or say, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that. I should have said matters or anything. You don't correct anything. You just keep going and going and going and going.
And this particular live was just devoted to honoring all the energy, the efforts, and accomplishments that Marvan gave to the Army in his short career.
And now she says, Army. Molly, he's a Marine veteran. A Marine veteran. And not once did you go back and correct that either. And if this video that you did was about Marvan, again, honoring Marvan and his service, so on and so forth, like you said, then why are you laying drama throughout if it's just about Marvan?
You were picking on him. What? No, no, please don't tell me that's true. No.
You'll see that she gets a comment on her screen that says that she cut his uniform. So somebody is stating that Dre cut his uniform, and there was a bunch of comments that followed this in the comment section. You can go watch it. Anyways, people are trying to clarify. Then some come up and say that there's a video. You'll see more on that. But watch all the way through because on this story, thankfully, somebody in the comments corrected the information and we will get there.
There's no way. Listen, that is such an unbelievable act. You saw it on the video? What video? You're going to have to show me that video because let me tell you something. No one cuts. Are the rumors true that the police are now not letting her visit him? No, what I can say is Hershey police officer came and said that that the hospital was on lockdown. No one can see him. Not his mother, not even Andrea.
And again, I wasn't there, so I don't know what the Hershey police officer did actually say to her. However, if the police officer did tell her that the hospital was on lockdown and that nobody could see Marvan, I can see that being just a temporary time frame that the hospital maybe went into lockdown because of all the calls, the threats of potential boots on the ground, protesting, so on and so forth. They had numerous calls. So if the hospital went into lockdown at any point in time, it has not been because of the story we've heard them all pass off.
Because let me tell you something, if a video like that surfaces, she will be public enemy number one. This is going to be like, move over, Casey Anthony. Move over, Jodi Arias.
In this response, she is back to responding about a video existing about Dre cutting his uniform. His military uniform is what she's being told at the comments, so she kind of skips in and out. People are still responding in the comments saying that there's a video that exists. Other people are saying, look, it's not what it seems. And she's kind of reading through this. This is where you're getting this reaction from. And yes, many people have very strong feelings when it comes to disrespecting anything with our service members.
Look at Lisa. No, all you got to do is come on up here. Lisa's like, I'm thinking about starting a YouTube channel and going in on her. You want to know something? Don't support her. Right now, she's making more money than she's ever seen because people are hitting up her videos. Oh, yeah.
First of all, Lisa, if you want to start a YouTube channel, go for it. Secondly, Molly, why do you want all of these people to come up on your panel? Oh, wait, does that give you views? And then, therefore, equal more money in your pocket? Oh, that can't be what that means. There's no way. Anyways, but if you do start a YouTube channel, please don't be like them and do your research and actually present the facts of the story.
So I'm gonna go head over to. So people are protesting. He didn't say protesting. He said going to the hospital and calling. He also said that there's multiple. This is the Hershey Police Department. He specifically said that he tried. He goes, I was just gonna call you, but the number. I'm coming. Yes, I will definitely be available for you. Okay, 7:30 is when she's gonna start, so I can keep going. The whole thing.
What I find interesting here is Molly is okay promoting Katie of Without a Crystal Ball and her channel. Obviously, they had a decent working relationship and things were being spread amongst them and getting out in this case. Okay, fine. But obviously, Molly's audience, and you can see it in the comments, are not pleased about this. A lot of them don't know anything about her, but those who do, the Katie haters, as we call them, are really riled up.
I just met you and I know you tell no lies. No, a lot of people say I'm a liar, but then when they say, wait, what did she lie about? Guess what? Crickets. Crickets.
Those crickets chirp extremely loud. Extremely loud. And they have a lot to say. But it seems like those crickets also have a lot of facts that are backed up with proof of many of the things that you've said incorrectly and have not gone back and corrected those things. And that's just in this case. I haven't even had time to go back and look at your behaviors in past situations.
This man is in trouble. Marvin is in trouble. He's in a lot of trouble. And I have to say, I don't want to sound like one of those people, but I'm going to have to say it. Prayers work. You know what? You want to know what God loves? God loves when you pray out loud. Pray out loud. When you pray out loud, the Lord loves it.
You all know that I'm going to have something to say about that because that's like one of her famous lines that she constantly says. God loves it if you pray out loud. God loves it if you pray, Molly. Stop judging people on their religious beliefs. It's none of your business. A human being can be a piece of shit whether they're a Christian or not, no matter what their belief systems are. I understand you want people to pray for Marvin. I get that. But stop with this nonsense.
Who's going live Without a Crystal Ball? Without a Crystal Ball told me a few hours ago that she's getting more audio dumps and that this one is going to be about this, something about it. Everyone's just got to go over there. I'm probably going to lose my mind about physical abuse as well.
And again, we've all heard those audio dumps. They've been played other places by now. But I have never had a conversation with any of those sources. So those are ex-admins that were providing information to Katie of Without a Crystal Ball, which was fine. They actually have gone live on Molly's panel since then too and addressed the same things. It wasn't about competition. And you can see here, they were semi-working together. But now the story's changed.
I hope you guys had a chance to look at my I'm sorry video, MollyGoLightly. It's only like a 15-minute video, but I basically got my mind in check. And I said, you know what? I have to do what's right. And what I'm doing is taking responsibility of my words and my actions. In the beginning of, I'm on day 6. In the beginning, I was very, very angry at everything I saw. And by tearing someone down that's suffering mentally, hey, firefighter, by trying to tear someone down that's in trouble like that, that doesn't make me feel better. We got to pray for people like her because the spirit that's inside of this woman right now is almost like a demon. She is not filled with the Holy Spirit. She's not.
Did anybody else just hear that line of BS? that she stated. Again, this was back on July 11th that she's saying all these things, that she had to take accountability for things that came out of her mouth, and attacking somebody that has obvious mental health issues was not something she wanted to partake in. Have you guys all watched her behavior over the last week or so with another person? She does a lot of talking and says a lot of good things with good intentions, but there's no follow through.
Hoaxes. And the thing is we have to be careful. And also, let's be sensitive of, so there's 1,400 people right now, blessed with 1,400 people that want to hear my crazy ass mouth. A lot of us suffer from mental illness in some way, shape, or form. A lot of us have dealt with an abuser or grew up in a house where it was dysfunctional. We cannot abuse this woman when she clearly needs help.
And again, I ask right here, if you feel that way, Molly, then why have you continued to do the things you've done? If you do not want to further abuse her, then why are you continuing to do the things you've done? Because there's certain things that have changed throughout this case, but Dre's behavior and how she's acting isn't one of those. You're the one that's been on the up and down roller coaster.
From when they were in Cali, he cuffed his uniform too tight and cut them off. Okay. Well, the way that they made it sound as if she was like, I hate this. I hate this. I mean,
and wouldn't you know, somebody finally gets the correct information to Molly about what happened with his uniform. His sleeve was rolled too tight. It was starting to have circulation issues, and he asked for her to remove it with scissors. It was not as people started off to tell Molly. And let me tell you, if they could have found a way to make that video work in their benefit, you bet that that video would have been posted.
You need to talk with the kids. Maybe the kids stand up for her. Maybe she's got them thinking that, that she's the bee's knees. I don't know.
And again, I don't think it's bad to acknowledge the fact that those kids absolutely do love their parents. That is very evident in the videos. And those kids, I'm sorry, but I gotta say it, they are the most well-behaved and respectful young children.
Okay, it's time to go head over to there. Thank you very much. I'll be on without a crystal ball. She's going to be dropping audio. Hopefully, I'm not going to bust out into tears, and hopefully you won't either. Thank you. And I don't know when I'll be back. Thank you. Thank you all for the support. I really appreciate it. But guess what? We're on day 5. We're on day 6. We're on day 6, and a lot's been happening.
It surely seems to me that Molly is really comfortable promoting and sending people over to Without a Crystal Ball's channel to watch this video. And yes, have things gone south since this point between those creators? 100%. But I think they both have to take accountability in the downhill spiral in certain pieces of it. Because people got involved in their relationship, and instead of talking to each other, I think that people were talking for them to each other again. And what's really sad is the drama that started between the creators because of all of the nonsense between the family and these people that are extreme haters of these creators. It was like the perfect storm at the same time of holes in this story. It's just really interesting to me how I have not collabed with anybody. I'm not associated with anybody. I don't even have admins on my page. Yet I'm being blamed for doing all of this stuff, and that's how they're discrediting me. Yet this all happened, and it's important to understand that they were working together at one point in time, because in the next video, we are going to address issues with the CPS involvement and or admins and creators. But in order to do that, people need to understand that these creators were actually getting along at one point in time. And many of the stories we've heard just aren't facts. Once again, thanks for watching another Contessa over and out.